Dribbles foul line, hook pass left side. Walker pulls up, three ball is on the way. Oh, right between the eyes from downtown. Handed down the left side of the lane. Gives top of the key. Jabari Walker pulls up, three ball is on the way. Right between the eyes. Tries his way to paint. Kick out left side, wide open. Hammond for three. Right between the eyes from downtown. Holy cow, they can't miss. Well, in the semifinals of the Pac-12 Conference Tournament, it was raining threes. The Buffaloes nearly set a school record for threes in a game. They had 16, went 16 of 32 from downtown in that ball game. Ended up falling, though, by 10 points to the Arizona Wildcats, the #1 seed in the tournament. Season comes to an end so far at 21-11. Scott Wilke, voice of the Buffs. Mark Johnson back here on the Buffalo Stampede. Great energy for Colorado early in this game, though. They matched Arizona early.
Yeah, and that's something I was really concerned about. I thought Arizona would come out with a little chip on their shoulder after having lost that game in Boulder. And Jabari Walker was a big part of that early in the game. He was hitting all of his threes, 5 for 5 in the first half.
Yeah, Jabari was outstanding. Yeah, well, Scott's talking about it. Arizona's only lost 3 games this season. They lost at Tennessee, at UCLA, and at Colorado. That was 2 weeks ago. So you had a motivated Arizona basketball team in this ballgame. The threes were falling for Colorado. That kept them in it. But there were some cracks in the first half that got you a little worried, weren't there?
Yeah, well, Arizona, their defense is long, it's athletic, and Colorado struggled on the two-point shots. By the end of the game, only 8 out of 30 on two-point baskets. 16 threes, but you got to be able to hit some mid-range and get shots inside as well.
What really affected Colorado in this ballgame, as they're hitting the threes, and that was covering up a lot of the mistakes, the size, Balo, Koloko inside, those big bodies were really creating some problems. The bigs for Colorado got in foul trouble.
Yeah, they ran a lot of high-low situations where either Koloko or Balo were up high and the other guy down low in a one-on-one situation. They're so big and spread out, it's really tough to guard those guys one-on-one down there.
Yeah, on the flip side then, so when the Buffs were on defense in this ballgame, they had trouble dealing with the size on the offense, so that goes back to the two-point shooting Scotty was talking about. You get in the paint, and even when you're not guarded by one of them, you're thinking about where's the big guy coming from to get the block, right?
Yeah, there was a situation in the second half where Nick Clifford penetrated, and Koloko came like this. Batty was right behind him, wide open. He could not get the ball past Koloko.
Yeah.
Koloko takes up the whole lane.
A lot of size in there for Arizona that really affected the Colorado Buffaloes as they end up falling by 10 in the semifinals to #1 seed Arizona. Afterward, we heard from head coach Tad Boyle. A little bit of attacking forecourt left. Bounce pass left the lane to Silva. Gives inside Jabari Walker. Head fake goes up strong through contact that time.
I'm really proud of our guys for the way we fought, the way we competed, but it wasn't enough to overcome, a really good Arizona team. They're well coached. They're terrific. So I don't want to take anything away from them, but I'm really proud of our players for their fight, their toughness, their competitiveness, and really what this team has done in terms of the growth from November and December. We had a guy like Jabari, last year's a role player, kind of a pick and pop 4-man, and to see his transformation this year and to see what Evan Batty has done with his game and his leadership this year, and all of our young guys growing and developing. Couldn't be more proud of a group of young men than I am these guys. I love them. Our season's not over, don't believe. Hopefully have that opportunity, and we're going to make the most of it and finish this thing strong, because this group is a special group, and I want to coach them as long as I can.
There was head coach Tad Boyle after the Buffaloes fall in the Pac-12 Conference Tournament semifinals here in Las Vegas. Scott Wilke, voice of the Buffs, as we continue. Hey, by the way, at halftime of that game, they announced the class, the Pac-12 Hall of Honor inductees for 2022. Great athletes from all over the Pac-12. And for the Buffaloes, Jenny Simpson, the outstanding runner and Olympian.
One of the most decorated athletes for CU ever.
Yeah.
Olympian, Pac-12. I mean, she won so many things in her career.
All right. You and her in a foot race. How long did you stay with her?
Not even 1 second.
Maybe 100 yards. Maybe, if we're lucky. I don't know. Let's get back to the ball game now. Colorado falls by 10 in the semifinals to the Arizona Wildcats. We talked in the first segment about young guards being inconsistent. KJ was very good against Oregon. Not so much against Arizona.
Yeah, really struggled today. 1 for 10 shooting, and the one basket was kind of a basket didn't count or didn't matter late in the game. And 5 turnovers. Really struggled against Arizona's size and length.
The size and length we talked about with the bigs inside for Arizona affected this ball game. Colorado could not get to the foul line as a result of that. Arizona did and hit 96% of the free throws. The Buffs like to get to the foul line 18, 19, 20 times a game. Couldn't get there in this ball game. That was a huge effect of the contest.
Only two free throw attempts in the first half. Ended up with 10, I believe, something like that. So from that respect, we lost that battle getting to the foul line.
So now the Buffaloes wait. Let's be honest about it. They're on the outside looking in for the NCAA. If they did get selected in an at-large bid, it would be an extreme surprise to everybody. Chances are we're talking about an NIT. But this is an opportunity for Colorado to play some more basketball for a young basketball team.
Yeah, and you're not going to meet a team like Arizona. You know, there's
Right.
not going to be no Arizonas in the NIT if that's where they end up. So teams that you can play with and beat are a great example.
So the Colorado Buffaloes regular season and conference tournament season comes to an end with a 10-point loss to Arizona, 21-10 on the season, another 21 win for Tad Boyle and company. They wait now. We assume it's going to be the NIT up next for the Colorado Buffaloes as we put a wrap on the Buffalo Stampede. From partner Scott Wilke, I'm voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next time.